welcome back to the channel, and today I want to build a ridiculous plane. That's the entire concept of the video, is I have a ridiculous idea for a plane and I just want to see it fly and see what it's like to try to get it to fly in the first place. And this idea is actually inspired by a plane I built before, which is inspired by a real life plane, and that is this thing, which is the flying barrel. And the game has been updated quite a bit since I built this plane. Although this thing does fly, it's extremely weak and relies on a lot of lift with a lot of wings. But I think this was before the airborne update, before the flap wings were introduced, and before gyros and stuff were introduced. We're not going to be using gyros on this plane though. But the big thing we are going to be using are the new tail propellers. And I want to see if I can... Oh, look at this landing. Yeah. Oh, no, I mean, yeah. But I want to create a big tube of tail propellers. I think it would look super cool, and it would have so much more power than that thing had. It is, however, going to be pretty heavy because each of these tail propellers is 40 kilograms. Now, how big do I want it to be? Maybe like a 3x3? Yeah, let's go with it. Oh, that's not 3x3. Yeah, let's go with a 3x3. I think that'll look cool. And the whole thing. All right, this is 100. All right, we're going to use 100. 99 tail propellers inside this thing. This is going to have so much power. All right, so now I want to try to shape this thing like a tube. And then we can figure out where we're going to slap wings and how we're going to do them. One other idea I was considering. I haven't really used the new large stabilizer. And I was thinking, what if I just used this? We have a bigger issue right now. I need to make this thing round-ish. All right, this took me way longer than I would care to admit, but I finally figured out the appropriate wedges to use to make this thing somewhat circular without adding too much weight to it. So now we're at 4,000 kilograms. If I finish lining the tube, we're at 4,400. Okay, that's not so bad. We're gonna go, there should be 108. All right, we got our tube. And the good news is it has connection points. Let's slap a seat on this thing and see how much power it has. Ooh, you know what? I could make a little insert for the seat here. Gonna have to fill those in at some point, but yeah, look at that. Ooh, the big issue that I'm realizing is the aerodynamics of this. Not great. I don't know if there would be an easy way to accommodate these issues. Maybe just I can at least do a little bit of accommodation with stuff like this. Like that at least gets rid of the dark red, because you can see the corners of the aerodynamic pieces are like a light red, but then these are like a dark red. So if I do something like this, it at least gets rid of all the dark red arrows, but these aerodynamic spots are definitely going to decrease our max speed by a lot. All right, let's see how this thing feels. I got no controls other than seat control right now, and oh my goodness. I mean, we got power. Let me try that again and be a little bit more gentle with the controls. Yeah, we got a lot of power. This thing's gonna be way faster than the other flying barrel. Okay, so now if we just add some wings and stuff to this thing, it should work, right? All right, I was able to cancel out a little bit more aerodynamics with these pieces right here. I think it does kind of look okay. Unfortunately, I cannot keep doing the same with this right here, because this wedge piece does not have a connection on this side, which I don't know why it doesn't. This one does. You can see there's a connection right there. This one only has a connection on the bottom right there, unfortunately. All right, but let's add some wings to this thing. How big do these wings feel? Okay. Am I really gonna put the... Oh, that looks so stubby too. I might want the tail back here, like an extension. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do an extension tail. If I do 4x1, is this 8? Do you think this is 8 blocks long? Okay, no. The base of it is 6. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Now, what about horizontal tail? All right, right now I have all of these wings programmed to do their job. Right now they're super slow though, so we might need to adjust that. But let's just see if this is enough to fly this thing around. Oh, come on. My goodness, we're actually really fast. Look at our speed. Look at our speed. We're getting close to the sound barrier with this thing. If I could do a little bit more aerodynamic optimization, this could be potentially a supersonic, ridiculous plane. Look at my seat. Oh, I gotta add a thing to the back of my seat to make it look less awkward. Oh my goodness, we're so fast. I don't even have wheels on this thing or anything. Oh, avoid the mountain. All right, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Dang it. This thing breaks nice. Okay, we got a lot of issues, that's for sure. Where's our forces? We don't have any lift forces because these are not lift wings. These are drag wings. All right, I'm doing okay on aerodynamics. These are the only pain points. I'm just gonna ignore that for now. And let's just try to make this thing fly better. Probably going to involve actually expanding the wings. I'm gonna have these be my ailerons, but I think I'm gonna actually need some lifting wings in the front here. So let's see what it's like to attach this thing to some modular wing. So we could do that or this. Oh, it's not the most elegant of attachments on these things. That's a decent amount of lift. Now the problem is my lift is going to be kind of far forward. Let's like probably move these back a little bit. There we go. Okay, now it's still in front of our center of mass. Let's just see how this feels for now. And I'm going to increase the responsiveness of all of the ailerons. All right, let's see how this feels now. I have a lot of trouble going straight. It's very wobbly. Like I'm very curious if I can turn this plane into something that flies nice. That's pleasant to control. Right now, it's not feeling like that. It has a lot of strange rolling effects. You know what? I might be able to do a more interesting tail. Oh, look at the blob of parts. Okay, what I want to do is I want to make a symmetrical tail. Because right now the tail is all the way at the top of our center of mass. But what if it wasn't? What if it was in the center of our center of mass? So the center is right there. Ooh, I might have to add some wheels to this thing. Because if I do this, you can see it's sticking out the slightest bit. But that looks cool. It's like a rocket. All right, we got a problem right now where the tail is not, there's no attachment points back here. But I've got some interesting design ideas. All right, what do you think about that for attaching? Are we looking for aerodynamics? That's not too bad. It definitely adds more points. All right, let me see how this flies. Not on the best sitting position right now. I should add a little bit of like a hump to the front. What was that? All right, let's try that again. Hopefully it doesn't happen. All right, there we go. All right. The stability is extremely lacking right now. Oh, and look at the pitch. This is my pitch. It's so bad. All right, I might need to rely. Oh man, the roll is so bad too. Why is the roll so bad? These wings might just be bad for non-stabilizer purposes, like for actual control purposes. Maybe they're just not great. All right, I've added a little bit of lift to the tail as well as some elevators in hopes that it's going to stabilize me out a little bit. And I don't know, it's still not great. It's surprisingly not great. It could just be our speed too. Like the faster you go, the wider your turns are going to be. Like if I'm going slower though, I'm just heavy though. Like I can't, like this is as much as I can pitch up. Unless I give it some speed, then I can do a loop. It's a big loop. But see, you see that wobbliness? I don't like that wobbliness when I start doing my roll. Like, look at that. I have big old stabilizers in the back, but I still wobble a lot. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this loop. Okay, that was so close. I mean, this is one of the faster planes I've built in a long time, especially considering its size. And can we go through with fire? Nope. What can I do to stabilize out the weight here? Because when you think about it, I only have really like 3 modular wings and 2 small modular wings for lift. Okay, I'm gonna add some more into the equation in hopes that something works well. All right, I've expanded my lifting forces over here, so I should have more lift. Is that gonna contribute to better flight experience though? The takeoff is always bad. Well, that's because my tail is tilting me downwards, to be honest. All right. This is interesting. I have my lift is in front of my center of mass, but if I don't do anything, I have a natural pitch down. That seems weird. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm good. This is an interesting design to try to dial in here. It's got so much power, but it's so bulky. All right, it's definitely flying better though. I think the additional lift has made me a lot more stable when it comes to my roll especially. I'm having a lot less wobble when I roll, which is really good if I actually land this thing. So the interesting thing about this is these tail propellers, since they're designed as tail propellers, they have force in both directions, as opposed to most thrusters. So I should be able to have that much power in the slowing down direction. So, okay. Oh, that was satisfying. So it's so heavy though, and it doesn't have enough lift to compensate the weight right now. Like, I need to be flying that fast to be able to get enough lift to fly straight. Because if I'm not flying that fast, like, this is me just trying to go as slow as possible. And look, I'm falling fast at almost 300 kilometers an hour. Like, I need to be going faster than 300 kilometers an hour just to maintain a level trajectory. Oh my goodness. You see that wobbliness though? Like, my tail isn't doing well. I thought the large stabilizers would do a better job at stabilizing. All right, well, there's no reason this thing shouldn't have miniguns on the wings. I'm gonna add a little bump on the bottom here. This is essentially just gonna be like an orientation bump. This is just to offset this tail so that I'll actually have a bit of an upward pitch as I go and take off. Yeah, and that prevents me from pitching down immediately. It also adds an interesting aesthetic to the side profile. It's that wobble. Like, look at, all right, so if I'm trying to pitch up and then I do a roll, there's a massive, like, wobble yaw issue happening here. But if I just roll by itself, see, if I roll without the pitch, it actually is pretty stable. But rolling while pitching makes me wobble all over the place. Well, you know what? I mean, it's a ridiculous vehicle. It's a ridiculous plane. It's got a ridiculous shape and a ridiculous amount of weight. It should be no mystery that it's gonna have some ridiculous controllability. And the biggest thing is fighting the weight. Like, if you do anything to start going down, it takes so much energy to counter that, as you can see. But hey, we got some guns on ourselves at least. It's kind of fun. Makes it a little bit more fun to fly. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's just so bad to bank because the tail just starts wobbling like crazy. Uh-oh. Oh, we're not gonna pull out of this one. We're not pulling out of this one. All right, I went ahead and painted this thing up, and one thing I want to do. How's that for a takeoff? Look pretty agile there. One thing I want to do is I just want to get a nice, like, 700 kilometer flight through a ring of fire. Actually, I don't even know if this thing is small enough. The wingspan might not be small enough to get through a ring of fire. But this is gonna be a very difficult stunt to pull off with this thing. But I believe I can do it, and I'm not ending this video until I do it. I'm gonna do it first try though. Come on, 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 come on. Okay, all right, that was a good first attempt. Whoa, watching the pieces do a second explosion on the bridge over there was pretty epic. All right, this is gonna be hard. I still don't even know if it's small enough to fit through. The control feels not too bad until you start trying to need to do micro adjustments. Then you realize every micro adjustment has a major unintentional adjustment. Do a nice bank here. If I don't try to roll too much in the bank, it's not too bad. All right, and now we roll out of it, and see, there's the wobbly I don't want. Okay. All right, this is looking okay. This is looking okay. This is looking okay. This is looking okay. I actually did it second try. That wasn't bad. We were like 800 kilometers an hour. All right. It was so fast it was hard to tell, like, did we even go through it? I mean, we got the reward, so yes, according to the game. I don't know what I'm doing now. I kind of want to just try. I want to keep trying something until I crash, which is probably gonna happen pretty soon. Oh no. It's really hard to fly this thing precisely at this speed. At any speed, actually. Any slower, and you start falling out of the sky. So it's a terrible plane. Do not recommend. The original design that it was inspired by is also terrible. So maybe flying barrel. Maybe there's a reason there are no flying barrels around today. But to be honest, I just wanted to see this massive tube of tail fins, and I got what I wanted in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the process as well. If you guys have any other crazy ideas for just ridiculous designs you want to just see if it works or not, let me know down in the comments below what you'd like to see. And if you guys enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some more that you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.